Hello everyone, Yukiro here again. This is the first time I'm going to sort of go through some information from the about Dragon Age, which isn't to do with the game itself, but obviously the writers. So those of you who know, BioWare has laid off a lot of character writers and writers in general. One of which is responsible, as the title of this post says, for the best Dragon Age character that, is a fan favourite, which is Varric, which is this guy here. We'll read through the post from PC Gamer. I do have a lot of my own theories as to why they've let off so many writers. None of them are really good, but the main one, which is what I fear, is that there probably won't be another Dragon Age game after this one. We were promised back when David Gaydar was, in charge of Dragon Age and everything, and he promised that there was going to be a few Dragon Ages to come, but obviously he and the OG team are no longer part of it now, so it's anyone's guess whether or not we do actually get as many games as was said we were going to get. I have my doubts, but we'll see. Anyway, if we go over this post, it is by Fraser Brown, so credit for this information goes to them. So the post goes on to say, there we go. So BioWare is laying off 50 employees. So the studio manager Gary McKay announced yesterday. When was this post? Oh, it was posted in August 24th, so a couple of days before my birthday. So there's no mentions of what roles were being made redundant. Just that, they're still committed to, carry on with making this game. But as this post says, it is quite hard to believe that, EA is that bothered by Dragon Age, or getting it out to us and making sure it's a perfect experience for us gamers, because as the post says, they've gotten rid of the main writer for Varric, which was Mary Kirby. So she is looking for new employment. I don't know whether or not she's managed to get anywhere with that. I haven't really been keeping up too much date with it, simply because it's a little bit depressing, knowing that the state of Dragon Age could be in jeopardy. I know that seems a bit dramatic for anyone who isn't as much of a gamer as me, but I love the world of Dragon Age, and seeing this is really just puts a damper on things. Anyway, so Kirby started her BioWare career back in 2006, which is actually surprising because I think that's when I started using computer back in the day, besides, the old Mega Drive and Atari and things. I might be showing my age a little bit there, but it is what it is. So she's worked on Dragon Age Origins, a little bit on Star Wars: The Old Republic, but for the most part, she has been stuck with the Dragon Age series. So she's pretty much one of the old OGs. And hearing that they've gotten rid of her, it's there's a few reasons why they'd get rid of her in particular, especially considering Varric's, so well beloved, and she's obviously a talented writer. But one of the reasons could be maybe Varric dies, but then that would be no reason to get rid of the writer in general, because she could be working on other characters. Or they're just not going to give us any more Dragon Age games after this one comes out, if this one ever comes out. The last real update we've gotten on the game was back last year in the summer, and we haven't really had anything new since. And obviously Inquisition came out quite a while ago. I can't remember the exact year, but it has been several years now. So Kirby was also responsible for writing Sten, which we haven't met in my game yet, but he is in Origins. He is the first Kunari that we meet. I hope I'm not misgendering this person. Apologies if I am. So, according to the article, Dreadwolf has been in development for long enough that Kirby's writing should still be all over the game. Which, yeah, as far as I know, they are in alpha, so most of the story and gameplay is done, unless of course they decide to reboot it again from whatever they were going with before. I think they were going to make it more like Anthem. I didn't play Anthem because multiplayer isn't really my jam. And the only shooter game which isn't really technically a shooter but it would be Mass Effect, because it's still got that RPG element to it. So anyway, so apparently, according to this article, their technical director, John Renish, I'm sorry if I butcher that name, he's also been affected by the layouts after 8 years working for BioWare. I don't really know what he's... I suppose director. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know much about that. But hopefully he gets a new job. According to McKay, the layoffs were necessary to make BioWare a more agile and focused studio. X to doubt on that one. Sorry, but I don't really believe that. So according to the article, the problems BioWare has faced in recent years have nothing to do with the writers. Yeah, it pretty much blames EA executives, which I 100% agree on that. Go ahead. EA, they're not known for being great to companies. A lot of companies have sort of died under them. But I'm sure those watching this video probably already knew that. So this article goes on to say that the lead writer David Gaydar, who I mentioned earlier, left BioWare in 2016, so even that was, quite a few years ago. And he says he's absolutely gutted at the news of even more layoffs from BioWare. But, laying off some of their senior members, and obviously the most expensive staff, which is, that's what EA does. And as he said, they deserve more loyalty. He also mentions, how undervalued writers are in the game development. I think he's working or has finished one of his new games. I can't recall it off the top of my head. I probably will get it eventually, but right now I have way too much to do to focus or too much on gaming. writing as a full-timer. I've got to keep on that grind, you know. Every now and then I may make a video, but for the most part my true job is my writing. So as a fellow writer, you know, I feel for these people. They need jobs, and maybe a little bit biased, but Dragon Age is, you know, one of my favourite games, so... And, you know, BioWare was built on the success of these games, these stories, the characters, and now EA seems to worry more about microtransactions than anything, and it's very depressing, very, very sad. And the last thing this article points out is, you know, it's hard to imagine the new game reaching the heights of the other past games, because, you know, it's been losing its team members constantly. Not just Dragon Age, but other departments as well, and we don't really know much about the game itself. As I said, the last update about the game was last year. We haven't really seen much in the way of gameplay, apart from, I think, the one leak where it showed a lot of hack and slash, and that's not what Dragon Age is, so of course we're all worried. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about for now. Maybe I'll discuss other things in another video, and just so you all know, there is another video coming where I talk about humans in Dragon Age, from the different, you know, cultures they have and everything. I have had a little bit of a headache, so I haven't been on the computer much. I just wanted to do a quick video just to maybe just update those who were already in the know about the writers. Considering how old this news is, I'm sure many BioWare fans already knew that, but I just thought I'd talk about it a little bit, show the article, give a couple of thoughts of my own. And anyway, yeah, so if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.